Welcome back to the channel. Today we dip our toes back into the never-ending fountain of F-bombs that is Wes Watson. John Bravo, the brilliant John Bravo, has brought us the full footage of the fight, if you want to call it that, from the victim's cell phone. And I do mean the victim's cell phone. I'd like to thank today's sponsor. It is me again. I bought this new microphone. It's a dynamic microphone, which if you have a condenser microphone, you're wrong. You're just wrong. And you should get a dynamic microphone because this microphone is 100%, no, 1,000% better than the compressor microphone that I had before. And I'm still just running it off of USB. I do have a little mixer coming, and this one came with an XLR cable, which most microphones don't even come with the cable. So again, if you have a condenser microphone, you're just wrong, and you should get one of these, a dynamic microphone instead. So again, I am sponsoring this channel. We're not selling any t-shirts here. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, go check out John Bravo's channel. Without any more ado, let's get into the video.
Now, the footage. I truly feel that, people need to see this footage not watered down. Wes goes, roll through, stop talking. Monster says time and place.
I am so excited for this, you guys. I have been waiting and waiting. I am so glad John Bravo came out with the full footage. I don't want to see the violence, honestly. I really hope that that's not what you guys are taking away from this. I actually really don't like that kind of thing. But I do want to see the actual footage from the victim's cell phone confirming that this guy is a lying piece of shit. Also, this guy, John Bravo's videos are so good.
Last time I was goofing on
It's Charlie.
Whiny Watson, I also briefly mentioned John Bravo.
Charlie, the critically moist penguin.
Bravo has a channel that has done extremely good
I have been watching him stream Marvel Rivals all week long.
coverage on Wes Watson's embarrassing descent into madness.
Remember a couple months ago, Pegged Watson, that purse-wearing, weapon-having, gang-banging piece of shit, which I don't even have to call him it now, because everyone calls him that.
I love the way John Bravo calls him a piece of shit all the time. He also calls him Peg.
We all do. It has become his moniker. It is like his official title, Wes the piece of shit Watson.
Watson pretty often, and it just always makes me giggle just listening to him always slide in, you piece of shit, to Wes Watson.
Well, remember he challenged me to a fight. He didn't like the shit that I was talking online because I like to talk a lot of shit, but he took it to a different level. He challenged me to a fight. He sends me a DM, tells me show up or shut up. He gave me the place and time, the gym that he's at. But then, because I love fucking with people, if you guys remember my days of doing the pranks and the Predator videos, I love shit like this. So I tried to go send him a message back, and what happened? He blocked me like a little bitch. So he sends me a challenge, and then he blocks me. I make a video online, it gets thousands of views, and then others decided they want to challenge him. And now, we have a 7-foot monster. Ted wanted to go challenge him in person, but I don't think he knew that Wes Watson doesn't play fair. He pulls out weapons out of his purse.
Again, I think part of me thinks that, maybe he did know. He did put his camera down. He knew what he was walking into. He saw these guys all standing there together. So on some level, he knew.
It's like a little woman, and then he has his butt buddies join in to help. He don't play fair. He only fights dirty.
Everybody send this video to your favorite Wes Watson call out dude and tell him to suck my fucking dick and pull the fuck up. Straight up. Just tell him stop talking. He gave you the address and the time. Go see if he's there. Because he will be there.
I'm pretty sure too that this was the first time that somebody actually did show up and challenge him, and this is what happened the very first time. So His credibility is pretty shot.
Me there when I clearly say, follow me out of the parking lot. We won't have any problems at the gym.
Every day,
You can follow me down the street.
when I
You can
pull
get
up,
what
I'm
the
just
fuck you want,
hoping
bitch.
But if you want,
pussy
you can
ass
come down to that
bitches
address
online
and get your
was
ass
just man
fucking
enough for
killed.
me to respect and held their word and came and kicked my motherfucking ass. I just wish there were still men that would hold their word. I would respect them if they just pulled up and handled business.
It's funny to me because the internet made Wes Watson, and now the internet is going to destroy Wes Watson.
Just, you know, it's almost disappointing. Thought more of you guys.
Now, I think people are forgetting something. This isn't an attack. Just him working out in the gym, minding his business. No. He invited the monster to come to fight him.
He invited everyone to come and fight him.
So where does the self-defense part come into this when you're inviting people and thousands of people and somebody decides to show up? But now I have the conversation that he had with the monster, and I'm going to read it to you. So now I want you guys to notice something first. Look at the DM. It's blocked. This little bitch loves blocking people after he sends them a challenge. Big Monster sends him a DM, and it says, yo pussy, you want to fight? Why don't you pick on someone your own size like me? Wes goes, roll through. Stop talking. Monster says, time and place. Wes says 8 a.m. weekdays and weekends at the gym. Weirdos writing people they don't even know shit like this broke ass motherfucker. So now, like I was saying earlier, is this still self-defense when you're inviting people there and then they show up and you got your weapon?
No, and in some places, this could actually be a misdemeanor crime of disturbing the peace by provoking to fight.
And your goons and your security. Because remember, guys, when he challenged me, I went and talked to one of the trainers there. He said, John, don't you dare show up. If you show up, it's a setup. He's got his goons. He's got his security. The guy doesn't play fair. Don't even bother wasting your time. And this guy obviously didn't know that. He went there, and we are where we're at now. So you know what's funny? I was thinking about this. My favorite movie as a kid was The Karate Kid. Remember?
People always oversell The Karate Kid. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong. It is a classic movie. But I feel like whenever somebody is like, oh, I've never seen it, everybody always tries to oversell it.
When those goons, the bullies, the Cobra Kai, the assholes, remember when they cornered Daniel after the Halloween dance at the fence and they all tag team him? And then Johnny was going to come and finish him, just like we saw Wes finishing him, which you guys are going to see here shortly, how bad he tried to finish the monster, kicking him in the head.
How about a front kick, Johnny? Get him up.
It reminds me of that situation. And I remember Mr. Miyagi going to see the biggest asshole of them all after it happened, Sensei Kreese, and he told him, listen, you know what the problem was?
This guy really does love The Karate Kid. He remembers everybody's name.
It was a 5-to-1 problem. There's no problem if it was a one-on-one. But the issue is when you gangbang somebody. That's the problem.
He is making all of this sound really sexual, though, isn't he?
Problem, yes. 5-to-1 problem. Too much ask anyone.
Now, the footage.
That's true. Nobody should ever have to fight like 4 or 5 people at the same time. That isn't fair at all.
I truly feel that, you know, people need to see this footage not watered down. And I've been fighting with YouTube the past few days to put this up in so many different ways so that you guys can watch it. But I feel like no matter what I do, you're never going to have the scope of how brutal this really was unless you watch it full and uncensored. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it here, censored, you know, in a certain way that I can actually show it. But then it's going to be on X. I'm going to put here on the screen.
So if you want to see it uncensored, go check it out on X. I don't care if it's blurred. I just need some kind of confirmation that Wes Watson is truly going back to prison this time for good, hopefully.
My X account, it's going to be on X by the end of the week. So follow that. It's going to be uncensored because, again, you guys are going to watch this.
I mean, he's done time before, so it'll probably only be a 3 to 5, but maybe he'll get extra time. Who knows?
Now, but it doesn't do it justice of how brutal this truly was. Let's watch this together. So if you see here, you can see the little bitch boy take out the watch and put it in his pocket because
Yeah, I think the other guy behind him in the black t-shirt also just took off his watch and set it down.
he knows what he's gonna do.
Yeah, and then the guy in the gray's got his side, so he can't get away. He's got nowhere to go, and Wes hits him twice in the face with the belt. I mean, that's already assault with a weapons enhancement.
Now take a look. You see the monster lunge
That was where the guy got hit in the back of the head, I'm pretty sure, with a dumbbell.
forward. I can't tell if he's going after Wes or if he's being pushed from this footage, but you can see the hassle with the dumbbell in his hand, with his arm around his back, and then Wes
And now Wes is grabbing him right where he just got hit with the dumbbell.
is pulling his ponytail.
That is what Wes Watson would refer to as splitting someone's wig.
And then we have another one of the goons.
And from that point on, he is down on the ground. He's not able to get up. They hold him down while Wes punches him, and they all take turns kicking him.
Throwing a kick to his face and then holding him down with his other hand.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to beat up somebody who's bigger than you if you have 4 other people there holding them down.
And then the biggest pussy of them all, this fat pig, he throws a kick to make it look like he did something, the piece of shit.
Well, they all did something. They all should be getting charged at this point. The guy who hit him with the dumbbell should probably be getting an assault with a deadly weapon charge.
And then over here, you got Wes on top.
So when a jury sees this, and they're going to see this, I think they should show John Bravo's video straight to the jury right away, honestly. First day of the state's case, they should show this video. This right here, when they see this, and he's telling them this was all self-defense, tell me how. Make it make sense.
Throwing over 45 punches right here alone, and this other asshole with the dumbbell still in his hand. And then somebody from the gym came over to try to pull Wes off of him.
This is just who he is. This is the monster that you all on the internet have created. Like, this is him. This is just who he is.
And then Wes pushed him away, and they kept on holding him down, poking in his eyes and pulling his hair.
He honestly probably could not wait to go back to prison. He's still kicking him. He's begging for help. He's saying, please stop. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is Wes Watson's self-defense claim. What say you? Yeah, I thought so. Does that look self-defensive to you?
And right when you think it's over,
Right there, he starts. That is the first part where he starts making the claim that this was all just self-defense. Right there.
having taken over 50 shots to the head and 7 soccer kicks by Wes alone, he wasn't finished yet.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the prosecution rests. People have paid this guy millions of dollars for his life coaching advice. Just so you know, this is the guy that you're trying to be. He already saying pull the tapes. They're still antagonizing him. This guy that he had to defend himself against, they're still provoking him to fight.
At the end here, you can see this little fat pig with a smile on his face. And then, look over here. You see that little ding on the floor? That's a piece of his ponytail. He pulled it out of his head, that asshole. So after watching that footage, you know,
Yeah, again, that's what they call splitting your wig in prison.
something that's been on my mind that's lost in all this for the past few months. I've been covering
Splitting wigs and busting cheeks are two things that Wes Watson is very familiar with from his time in prison, I'm sure.
the story for 2 months now. Remember in the beginning, I was joking around, having a good time, calling him a piece of shit, calling.
I feel absolutely terrible for that guy, but he is a fucking hero. He took one for the team on this one. He took a massive beat down, lived through it amazingly, honestly. And now hopefully all of these assholes are going to go down thanks to his hard work and his commitment and his sacrifice. So thank you to that guy.
Calling him all these names, making up the
And he got it on camera.
nursery rhymes, right? It was a good time. But now, look how far this story has got, and look where it could be, end up. But what's lost? Especially those who watched Wes Watson in the beginning. Remember when
I did. I actually watched him back in the GP penitentiary days. I don't know why I went on I've always been into crime, so I've also followed like the criminal side of it as well. So I've watched quite a bit of that type of content. And I actually did like his videos in the beginning. It wasn't until he blew up that he became such just kind of this one note lolcow joke, like a steroid freak joke. And now he's going right back into prison. So, hopefully this time he'll learn his lesson.
when he was out on the park bench, no money, no nothing, giving people great advice, using his
Yeah, it was actually good. It wasn't bad.
charisma for good instead of what we see now for evil.
We totally take away the power of the moment. So since I got my money through ill-gotten means, I could be at the nicest place and not even enjoy it. But now,
And that's the point I think he got to again. He got to that same point again where he was in a really nice place and he should be enjoying life, but he wasn't. He was absolutely miserable. And maybe this is all part of his plan to go back and start again.
I went and sat down for a while. Since I really look inside and I look for the deeper meaning and shit, I withdraw from pleasure a lot so that when I go do these things, it has much more power, has a more profound effect, and it just feels greater.
He had a way of convincing people, right? But then success came, money came, it went to his head, and this is who we have now, and how is this situation going to affect him in the future? I always say maybe he can learn from this, maybe it can make him want to change, but maybe that person we saw was always the true him.
Yeah, I think the person we are seeing now is the true him. I think that there for a while he was a different person, but this is who he is now. And he now definitely belongs in prison. We cannot have people like him in a civilized society. We can't.
But let me know what you guys think. Again, it's going to be on X by the end of the week.
Yeah, our society is not the place for you to settle your own manliness disputes in ways like this. This is not acceptable at all. And I really hope that he does go down for this. And even if not, it's already being tried in the court of public opinion right now. And so you saw it, a jury's going to see it. You tell me what you think. Be sure and leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Go check out John Bravo's channel as well. Give him a like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.